Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reading Just Friends by pham. If you guys are not aware, she's obviously a YouTuber, very successful. There's been some controversy with this book already, and I think it just came out like the beginning of March, and it's already it's only March 7th, and before, I think when the arc maybe came out, someone made a video complaining about this book. And so I kind of want to debunk, or maybe not even debunk, but see whether or not their claims are true. I know there's a claim that she writes a lot of like big words that don't fit into the plot, and that her plot is just basically her relationship with her now husband. I don't know if the second claim really bothers me because she is a new writer, and I think the only reason we know it's like her relationship with her husband is because she has her life on the internet all the time. So I think if we didn't know that information about her, like, it wouldn't be relevant. I also heard that this book is trying to be a lot like Emily Henry's books, but I don't see a problem in that if you're influenced by the people and the writers that you enjoy. There's this beautiful sprayed edging on the book, which has like coffee cups, birds, and I don't even know. I'm going into this book not expecting to enjoy it. Is that bad? Like, I'm going into this book expecting not the best just because like there's been internet discourse about this book. So I'm just going to read it for myself and figure out whether or not I like it. And I think that's important for everyone to make their own opinion. So let's get to reading, guys. Also, wait, pause before I start reading the book. I had a dream last night that I read the book and I fell in love with the book. I've been really excited. I've been holding on to this book for like, what, 2 days maybe? Because I just like, I need to record myself reading it because I really want to know how I actually feel, and I want to keep this as like my memory. But I really had a dream that this book like changed my whole life. So I'm kind of excited. Now I remember that, I'm excited. Oh yeah, I also don't know if I mentioned the premise of the book. They were in love when they were younger. Something happened, split apart. Then fate has it that she's working at his coffee shop, and I presume, obviously, it's a romance that they're gonna get back together. So I think this is a second chance romance. We'll see. We'll see if I enjoy it. I read the first chapter and I thought it was sweet. I did get to the point where they were saying it felt like that word was unnecessary, like conglomerate of pedestrians or whatever. It didn't really bother me. Like, I don't know. Maybe once we get further into the book, but I enjoyed this first chapter. It seemed very lighthearted in the explanation of the setting. I think that her relationship with her aunt and her mom and like the depth of the situation, I think she portrayed it well. I'm just gonna keep reading and I'll catch up when I'm a little bit further into the book and have more opinions. I'm on page 136 of this beautiful book, and let me tell you, I'm very pleasantly surprised. Whoever, and let's not shame people for not liking books, but I was expecting a lot worse of a book because of all of the internet discourse about her using big words. Honestly, guys, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I actually find it kind of refreshing that she's using bigger words in certain parts, because I feel like if you just stick to how we talk every single day just to narrate something, like, it can get kind of redundant and boring. But I wanted to share a few things because I actually am so impressed with her writing. I really like it so far. If you don't want to see the quotes, or if you don't want to hear the quotes, I'm not going to give any context to it, but I really like that her writing has serious topics in it, and the way she describes it, I feel like you're really in with the character and you're feeling everything with the character, like the love aspect. Obviously it's a romance book, but also like the heartbreak that she's feeling within the book with her personal life. Let me say this. I actually think this is the first romance book that like I felt like, oh, I need to highlight, I need to underline. Like, usually I have a hard time finding quotes that I actually resonate with, or that I'm reading the book and I'm just like, okay, like glaze over things and it just doesn't stand out to me. But this book, like, I've had to stop multiple times and just grab whatever pens around me and just like highlight really quick. But just in general, I'm gonna read you some quotes. This one I think is kind of funny. Conflict to me might as well be synonymous to death. Period. Okay, I really liked this one. I also obviously really liked all of these. Opening up was a risk the emotionally unintelligent made. And of course, people always leave eventually. If they haven't yet, it's because you haven't gotten to that part of the story. Guys. Oh, I felt this one deep in my soul. Okay, let's just move on. Declan simply being who he was felt like a character attack on everyone else. He just existed, and in comparison, everyone paled. People were an average amount of friendly or thoughtful, and then Declan came around and convicted them all of mediocrity by being the type of friend he was to me. I'm in love. I'm in love with this book. This is a surprise. I really thought going into it was gonna be like a meh, but it's so cute. Okay, the next one. There's no use. The world could be collapsing and she'd swear she was fine until the rubble trapped her under it. Guys. Okay, this... Shouldn't the world slow, the frivolous tasks of life disappear while the tectonic plates of my life shifted? Shouldn't they assign me a pass for today, for the next 700 todays? My today would never look the same, but the dishes were still dirty. If anyone has ever lost someone, that's exactly how it feels. How does life move on? How do you do the mundane tasks? That's beautifully written, all I have to say. I love it. No one told me grief would be so physical. It was the heaviness that sat on the top of my thighs, a bone-deep fatigue settling into my extremities like wet cement being poured down my limbs. My thoughts don't race, but they don't settle either. They're unclear, a wild mixture of disbelief and hopelessness, fighting for purchase over one another. Oh my god. When a bone breaks, if you keep it in the wrong position, it will heal, but incorrectly. It feels like I've been walking around for years, feeling fine enough, only for one night to make me realize I've been walking with my leg bent on a 90-degree angle. I feel sick to my stomach. I just feel for this character. Like, I've been sitting here reading and reading and reading and reading and reading, and I'm not really tired of it. Like, I'm actually excited to see where it goes and kind of unravel the past that caused them to split. Even the way that they're reacting, like, they're not moving so fast. It's not like, oh, I saw you and now we're gonna make out within like 2 scenes. It's really true to losing trust in somebody and having to be around them again and kind of figure out where you guys stand and trying to figure it out and also clear the tension. Her character is, or this character, Blair, is trying to kind of ease into talking to him and kind of try to navigate that. He's so closed off, but we also as readers don't know what happened. I really like this book, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna keep reading. Hello everyone, I'm back and I finished the book. I really did enjoy this read. I think that I'm going to rate this book a 4 stars. I think the first like 250 pages was captivating. I couldn't put it down. I was obsessed with the book. I finished the book within like a day or 2. I started it yesterday, but I didn't get much done. I read the majority of it today. I will say the last portion of the book fell a little flat for me, but it wasn't due to any of the writing. I enjoyed the writing. I just think that like the plot, I was kind of starting to lag a little bit. I felt bad for her and everything she was going through, and I was sympathizing with the situation as she was trying to figure out how she's going to maneuver her relationship and friendship with Declan. I do think that certain plot points towards the end kind of dragged a little bit. I don't think that it was necessarily bad plot points. I just think that like it was written too long. I think that both the characters were so real and really reacted like normal people do. There wasn't this whole fantastical thing to it. I think that they reacted how I've seen myself and my friends and many other people react, and kind of like, what do I do? Do I stay? Do I go? Not knowing where you kind of lie within a relationship. It was really nice. I enjoyed the book. I think I can easily put all of the rumors to bed that the book sucks. At least in my opinion, it was great. I didn't think the use of big words was like a problem whatsoever. I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. Like I said in a previous clip, I think that it just added some variety into the way that things are said. I also know, like I said, I think in the beginning that there was a problem. People were having issues with the fact that she based it out, like the male character off of her husband and the character off of her. Okay, and like that's what I want to say. Like, and I finished the book, I read it, and like I don't really care. I don't, because like I said before, and I'll say it again, how many people's books have we written that have aspects of their lives or personality or lovers? Like, it doesn't matter to me, babe. I also saw a lot of discourse saying like, oh yeah, of course she's a YouTuber, now she's gonna write a book. Okay, and good for her. Why does everybody hate? I don't get it. I think that maybe people like say those things because she has an advantage, because she has a YouTube channel, she has a platform, and people are going to be buying her book. Good for her. She created that platform. She's probably spent a lot of time and a lot of money investing in putting things out there for other people to enjoy. So if that creates a platform for her to be able to reach other people, then that's great to me. I was talking about this to my fiance and he was like, if your favorite author starts making a YouTube channel, like, is that going to be a problem? I'm like, I don't even think so. I don't think that like if other people saw like the big authors out there making a YouTube channel and starting to post about their life, that it would receive the hate that this is receiving. She's branching out. She's exploring different things. She's been reading for a long time. She wants to give it a try, and I think she did a good job, especially since this is her first book. Honestly, like I probably liked this more than some of Emily Henry's writing. That's my 2 cents. I have nothing bad to say about this book, except for the fact that, like I said, the ending lagged a little bit, but aside from that, it was amazing. I felt it in my heart, and I know that it came from hers, so I just think that's cool, and I think that it's cool to see other people exploring different avenues and branching out and doing different things. It's fine, guys. It's fine. The world isn't over. That's all for me. Thank you for joining me on my sofa, and I will see you next Wednesday with a new video. Bye.